Hi, everybody. Welcome back to school. Happy New Year. It's 2022. I'm excited. We are going to start this year off studying the branch of science known as physical science. And so this is going to be, we're going to be talking about atoms and molecules, the periodic table of elements, um, states of matter, and then we're going to go into chemical reactions. And so that'll take the next probably 2 months. Before we get started with anything, though, you kind of have to really have a good understanding of what an atom is. And so today, our objective is after reading what are simple substances, the student will be able to explain what an element is and give examples. Um, let's go ahead and go into the folder that you saw when you were getting this video. Um, I'm going to show the kids this video, what is an atom. It's just a really quick, I think it's like 5 minutes video about the history of the atomic model. And so throughout history, over the last couple thousand years, honestly, the idea of what makes up all substances known to man, every single thing that you see, hear, that you taste, that you touch, they're made of atoms. And so watch the video, and then when you're finished with that, it just kind of gives you a real basic understanding of an atom. I want you to go ahead and copy this PDF into your good notes. Create a folder called Periodic Table of Elements. That's our unit for right now. So you're going to copy this PDF. This is a short booklet of sorts, and I'm going to have you guys work through each of the little chapters. And a couple of things I want to show you real quickly about this little book. First of all, you're going to notice that we don't have like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. The titles for each chapter are going to be centered like this one. So this first chapter is called What Are Simple Substances? At the beginning of each chapter, you're going to have some new vocabulary words. So we just have one vocab word for this one. It's what is an element. And then you're going to notice on each slide, this is actually a Google slide, but I've just kind of created a booklet out of it. So on each slide, you're going to do some reading. I'd like you to read and annotate. And then on each slide, you'll see that there's going to be like a little post-it that asks you a reading question. So like, for example, on this one, it's what is an element? On the next one, there's a couple of them. What are substances made of? In what phase of matter are most elements found? And you will find the answer. Every time you see a post-it note, you're going to find the answer to that question in the reading from that slide. So you're not going to have to go back and forth. The answer is on the same page. Okay, so you're going to read through this first one, and then there's a summary page that just says, okay, this is what you learned, and then there's a quiz, like a reading quiz at the end of each chapter. And so you're going to go ahead and fill this out. You're going to complete this one, and then you're going to stop at this next chapter. We'll start this one on Friday, okay? So all I'd like you to do today is just read and annotate. The kids and I took a little bit of time today to just talk about the periodic table of elements. We talked about how each one of these is a different element, and an element is a pure substance. You can't break it down into anything else. And so hydrogen is made only of hydrogen molecules or atoms. Helium is made only of helium atoms. We talked about how the purple means these are non-metals. We talked about metals. We talked about metalloids, which are right here. We didn't really talk a lot about the periodic table of elements, only because that's what this little booklet is. That's what these slides are. You're going to learn more about them later on. Okay, so that's really all I have for you today. Hopefully you'll be back tomorrow and we'll get you caught up, okay? Let me know if you have any questions.